Welcome to Good Morning Colorado. You're taking a live look now at I-25 and Motor City. Traffic seems to be moving smoothly in both directions. Time now is 6:40. Now to Storm Tracker 13's Marty V for a look at how the weather is shaping up for our last day, for your last day of the weekend, and a look at what's ahead. Hey, Marty.
Good morning, Mia. Good morning, everyone. What we don't have right now, at least a lot of, is wind. And yesterday, during the 8 o'clock show in particular, flag was getting whipped around, trees were getting whipped around. So right now, Community Banks of Colorado, the sun is shining. There isn't much wind, and it's a very comfortable morning. Most areas have temperatures in the 30s and 40s in eastern Colorado right now, and in some cases well into the 40s. The Colorado Springs Airport, Pueblo Airport, 46 and 48 respectively. As you get away from the higher terrain, we're a little bit cooler, but not bad. 30s for most areas in the eastern part of the state. We still have some colder air over the mountains and mountain valleys, teens, 20s, depends on your elevation. But even up there, I think we're going to get pretty warm today. The other thing going on today is FUTURECAST, while showing some wind, is backing off from some of the stronger gusts that we had yesterday. Now, a lot of areas had gusts over 30 miles an hour yesterday. I think there'll be a pretty stout breeze out of the southeast this afternoon, maybe running between about 10 and 20. But it'll at least be a little bit lighter than it was yesterday, and that always helps. We're also expecting the clouds to remain pretty thin. FUTURECAST shows hardly any cloud cover. If you look outside this morning, you can see we have some wave clouds and some cirrus clouds, and we had them yesterday, and we'll probably have them again today, but they shouldn't be too thick. High temperatures in the 60s to lower 70s in most cases in eastern Colorado, could hit the mid-70s over the far eastern plains today. Leadville, Gunnison will reach the 40s, and even though we're in the teens this morning in Alamosa, I think you'll be close to 60 degrees this afternoon. Once we move into the afternoon, 10 to 15 miles an hour should be that wind out of the southeast, and it will be gusting over 20 on occasion, but we'll end up in the low to mid 60s from Monument southward through Fountain today. Should have 50s around Teller County. Pikes Peak even will be up around 30, so that's some pretty warm air overhead right now. We'll be in the upper 60s to lower 70s along the Arkansas River from Canyon City through downtown Pueblo today, with mid 60s as you get nestled up against Green Mountain off to the south and west of Pueblo, and we'll probably stay in the 50s over the Wet Mountain Valley this afternoon, but likely upper 50s for West Cliff. So it should be a real nice day. Enjoy it while you can. As we move into tonight's FUTURECAST continues to show not much cloud cover through about midnight. After midnight, we'll likely see some thicker cloud cover coming in. Could make for another real pretty sunrise tomorrow morning, by the way, if that works out. Should remain relatively mild. Most areas likely in the 30s tonight in eastern Colorado. We'll go with teens, 20s once again over the mountains and mountain valleys. And if you live right up against the mountains and there's any wind whatsoever, then you could manage to maybe stay in the 40s for much of the night, as has been the case for many areas late last night and this morning. Highway 115 in Turkey Creek, looking off towards the south right now. You see the wet mountains in the distance. The clouds are not very thick at the moment, but generally speaking, looks like a pretty nice morning because it is. We'll track periods of wind over the next few days, which look to be pretty warm. And then late in the week, things will start to change. Some colder air, maybe even a chance for some snow. And we'll talk more about that in our extended forecast coming up soon.
Awesome. Glad to hear there's sunny skies ahead, but still some snow for the end of the week. That's good news for people that go to the mountains, though, right? It
is. The mountains actually could use the snow, and they'll start to get some snow about the middle of the week, probably that Wednesday, Thursday time frame. It'll just take a little longer for that to make its way into eastern Colorado.
Awesome. Marty, thank you.
You're welcome.